And how are you, David?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm doing all right. It's Veterans Day, and I've been doing all kinds of stuff back to back. How about you?
Well, I've been enjoying my day. I started off early this morning, had a men's group that I was able to attend. I always love being able to go to that, and it sets the tone for the day, makes it a beautiful day. Um, and then I actually went down to Mexico to have a little bit of dental work done. So other than that, I'm just enjoying my day.
So you live near the border, I'm guessing.
I do. I'm here in San Diego. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, I wanted to obviously you and I are meeting for the first time right now this minute. So thank you
Yes.
for being here. And David, I think did you want to do the just have a conversation, or did you want all the time yourself, which is perfectly fine with me?
No,
And just
let's have a conversation.
Okay, I would love that. I would love that. All right, so tell me a little bit about. I see something about teas back there. So tell me what's going on and a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is David Blackford, and the t-shirts, Life Hack Tees, was an idea that I had about 5 years ago during the pandemic, and it was a way to help share some philosophy that I was learning with my younger daughters here at the house. And basically, in to do it, we created a t-shirt company to where, like Henry Ford's, whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you're right. And that's kind of where we started. I had my daughter Delilah. She went and looked it up, and I told her, "Tell me who Henry Ford was. Tell me what the quote means to you. Tell me what he did for society, and give me three links so we could share it." And she came back about a half hour later, and she said, "Did you know Henry Ford invented the car?" And I said, "Well, not exactly right, but it's very close." So he invented mass production and made the car a lot more affordable, and it made it more readily available for everybody else. But he had some really good philosophies. And so that summer we had her look up, I don't know, half a dozen quotes. And the following summer we did another 10 or 12 more. And then after we had about 20, well, we have 28 designs. That's our OG 28. We did a logo design contest through 99 Designs last summer. And then we launched this year. And so right now we're in the middle of launching. We're going to be doing a show this weekend and looking forward to doing that as a vendor. So,
I think so. I'm just going to say I love my sassy t-shirts. So, and anything that has a really cool quote on it. So I am definitely going to take a look at you have a website, right?
yeah, it's called Life Hack Tees. In fact, it's right there. I'm on the move.
Okay.
So,
All right.
lifehacktees.com. Um,
Perfect.
Yeah, and yeah, we're getting ready to actually, and this is, I'm really excited about this. We're going to be doing an authors collection here soon. And what we're going to do is we're going to reach out to a lot of authors and we'll be spotlighting them, but then spotlighting a quote that they'll have. And then so that way they can spotlight us and we'll get to spotlight each other.
Be still my heart.
Yep.
Because I will tell you what my favorite quote is.
Okay.
Never, never, never quit. Winston Churchill.
I love it.
It
Yep.
has worked for me my entire life. Everything I've
That's a,
had to do, I've just had to keep chugging along and chugging along.
that's a great quote.
Yep. A lot of perseverance built in between all those nevers, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right. So, David, I don't know that. Are you a veteran?
I am.
And what branch did you serve in?
So I served in the Navy. I was
Okay.
an E-2C2, or excuse me, I was an E-2C flight technician, which means I was an avionics engineer. And basically, when I wasn't flying, I was working on the planes, and it had the most electronics of any plane in the Navy other than the P-3. And so I got a lot of schooling out of it. In fact, that's kind of how I got into it. Is like I remember my you know A school person saying, "Hey, you're pretty smart. What do you want to do?" And I'm like, "I don't know. What can I learn the most from?" And so he put me through this advanced class, and yeah, it's done me well. And in fact, I still work with the Navy right now. I work for the F-18 Fleet Support Team here in San Diego.
Oh, nice. I was gonna ask, being in San Diego, were you still doing something with
Yep.
the Navy?
Yep.
Okay, well, since you are a veteran, you understand that what service kind of means, right?
Absolutely.
Tell me in your view how service not only related to your time in the service, but how that has kind of resonated with your civilian side.
Well, it's easy to share that. So I think me personally, I think serving in the military is the highest honor of service you can give. I mean, we all volunteer for it. It's not something that, I mean, sure, we get paid, got to get a little bit of money, but I mean, as far as volunteering for something, it is absolutely the highest volunteer thing to do. Serving our country is probably the number one. I mean, I'm a servant by, I could share. So I do serve also with the PGA of America. So I'm a standard bearer. I walk a golf tournament with all the pros every year. And I do that because I love golf, but I've learned that service is it's a special thing to do. It makes you feel good. You get to do things that you normally wouldn't be able to do. And joining the Navy was something that just I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Right. I completely understand that. I told my story earlier that I don't know that so I grew up a Navy brat. So I understood military service from a family perspective, right? From a childhood perspective. But I don't know that I understood how much love for this country I would have by serving it in the way that I did.
Right.
And I think that's what resonates with me and I carry with me every single day. So,
Wow. Well, I'll share a quick story. So,
yeah, absolutely.
being an air crewman, one of the things that we were required to do was go to the school called SEER school, which stands for Survival, Evasion, Resistance, and Escape.
Yep.
And they teach you a lot of things, but you end up learning more about yourself than anything. And I remember the last morning after they had kept us up for 24 hours and did a lot of things, a lot of teaching. There was a moment where it's kind of play acting, but it's like the commandant of the base camp that we're at, and they're pretending to be, we were captured, and they're trying to tell us, oh, you need to come to our country, you need to come to our country, and then all of a sudden they broke that scenario, and then they raised the American flag, and singing the national anthem, and here's like 40, 50 of us just crying like babies and just looking down the ranks. It was special.
Hear your voice right now, how special that moment meant to you. That's really
Yeah, it was
cool.
good.
Yeah, I think I had that same moment when this was Desert Storm, I think, when I cannot remember the female pilot or whatever that walked off the plane after, being a POW and just hearing the Lee Greenwood song play and she's walking off an
Right.
airplane and everybody's just like, oh my goodness, I can't stand it. But yeah, I am a patriot by heart, but I think it has everything to do with the fact that I gave everything that was asked of me by my country in my time in service.
Well, thank
So,
you. Thank you for your
but
service.
I want to make sure that we wrap up our time here with you. Anything else you want to say to us in particular? Kind of let us know um, again how we can reach you. I want to make sure we
Okay.
give you plenty of time on that. And I am definitely reaching out because I like that kind of wear. I'm a t-shirt and leggings kind of girl. So here we go.
All right. Well, you can actually reach me right there at lifehacktees.com. And I mean, so our t-shirts, one of the things that we strive ourselves is the front of the quote is the first part of the quote. On the back's the second part. Like this one says, what you are is God's gift to you, and what you become is your gift to God. And so it's split up that way for a reason. It sparks conversations, and the conversations lead to knowledge. And if you go to our website, every shirt has the breakdown of the author, everything about that author. And then it also has, again, my daughter's what she thought the quote meant to her, and then it has my little take on it too. So it isn't just shirts. There's a lot of knowledge there. So we kind of shirts that start conversations that lead to knowledge is kind of our thing.
I like it because the books I read do the same thing. They're there to spark those conversations between parent, children, teacher, children, those kind of things. And
Exactly.
I love that. I love that concept. Okay, Robert, I know 10 minutes goes really fast, but any last words of wisdom you would like to share with us?
Read more. Spend some
Read.
time and read. Yep.
Love it.
Find some good books. Think and Grow Rich.
That is a good one. All right. Well, have a good night and thank you for being so patient with us and getting on and spending some time with us.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
All right.